Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Bitcoin Trade. In this episode here, I'll be doing this chart analysis. So let's just get into it now. All right. So I see that it did drop. It hit the support. It broke through this resistance, which wasn't too hard. Bounced along this resistance as a support. And if you look real close, you'll notice that it bounced right off the resistance, which has now become a downward support, and then it's hit up to the top resistance. So I guess a lot of people want to see this price move up. So it seemed to be like a lot of market orders pushing that price up. So there's some serious buys here. And so, same time, serious challenge because, it's just hitting that top line resistance here. But at the same time, it's also forming a channel. Now, as you start seeing price move and everything, and channels form within the main channel, you will get a smaller up channel and a smaller, channel that goes down along the main channel here. Now, so far, this is what it's kind of been looking like. And the problem with lines and channels is you don't see the channels until after they start forming, and then you can get an idea of what might happen in the next 4 or 5 hours. So, anyways, right now we're now I know I said it looks like it was going on the downside because of this channel. It might still be true. I did mention that it might push, and look, it's pushing. Actually, it's pushing above it, which is really good. So that's a really good sign that it pushed above. But like I said, if you look at it, I mean, it's definitely pushed above this high. Now, it really has to push, and I mean, it really has to finish above it as well. Now, when I say finish, like you see how it's hitting up against this resistance, and then it pushed up through, and then it finished above that resistance line. And this is on a 4-hour, so you see it's been above this resistance line for a while. That's what I mean by pushing through and staying and finishing above that resistance. So not only does this have to push through, which it did, looks like it did, but this also has to actually finish. I want to see some candlesticks above this resistance line. Okay, and not only that, but hopefully it can actually push above this price, somehow finish above this high right here, which is 1,010, about 1,010. So it really has to finish, and look, it's already doing that. So if it could finish above this, the uptrend is, well, it looks like it's going to be still intact. And so which is great because, well, if anybody took a chance right around here, that was a really good time to put a buy order in, or put a limit order in for a buy. I didn't do any of those. I did make a purchase like right about, I think it was right about here, or somewhere around here, and it was basically because I had an order to fill. So I didn't, the little bitcoins I gained in fulfilling that order, that's great. The value of that little bitcoin has gone up now. So I wonder, I don't have a problem with the price going up. I'm actually happy that the price is going up. But you know, if you're long Bitcoin, you like to see sometimes the price drop, and so you can put some orders, buy some coins for yourself, and it does help you, leverage. I wouldn't say leverage. It does help you as a broker dealer, market maker, to facilitate more transactions by having more coins available at your disposal. So, but all right, now that I'm speaking, it is, wow. It almost seems like they can hear me before I even put this out here. But I've been mentioning this price movement, but this price, where the price has to be in order to continue on this uptrend. So hopefully you're all watching. But now that it's up, yeah, we're gonna have to draw some new lines and figure out what all is going to be needed after this. So hopefully some of you made some really good buys right around here before it bounced back up. But remember, these lines, I've been making these lines for a while now, and you've been watching me. And look how they really correlate. Let me move on to 15 here. And you can see, you know, that supporting line hits up against that resistance. It pushed through, and then it's staying above this resistant line, even though it's still down, going down, and it bounces, shoots up, and then you see the channel. Now you see the channel, the small little channel that's showing an uptrend, an uptrending channel. It breaks above that channel and also the resistant channel, and it breaks above that, and then now you see there's a really big hard line here at let me see here. There we go. So why is that a hard line right there? I'm just trying to figure out what the price is. 10.15. Okay, so for some reason there's a big hard sell at 10.15, which I don't see that order in here, but if you look here, you know, it says 10.15 525. That's probably 525 bitcoins right here. And like I said, look, if you look at it, the price never reached that high. So if anybody has a lot of bitcoins and they want to stop a price from moving up, I mean, this is a good way to do it. But I find that over time, I mean, there's enough volume here on Mt. Gox that somebody can literally break through that. I mean, literally buy all 500 pieces of coins at this price and just break on through. I've seen it happen. This probably is an example of one. This is another example of another one. I've seen also a 600 price. Oh, they don't show it, but I've also seen a 600 Bitcoin sell. And if you watch it, I mean, you'll start. Like, I see right here. This is 700, and probably most of this was on the buy side. So anyway, so it looks like it's turning up, which is great, because it's cheaper for me to buy that $100 gift certificate now. So you know, the more it goes up, the better. And so let me give you analysis of, I guess, some other charts here. So this is the 2-day, and you know it's looking good. It's looking wonderful. Now it's if you see something like this on a 2-day, this and this going this way, it's going up. It's going up. But unfortunately, you know, you don't know that until you get this far and to realize it's going up. But oh well, that's the life of a trader. So this is a 5-day, and it's a very, very strong. Wow, look at this strong. Even the pullback here, looks really strong. Looks really good now. So it looks like after all the other indices hit below their 30-day average, except for Mt. Gox, never hit below that 30-day average, you're seeing a really good bounce back. So, which is good because I'm long Bitcoin. So either way, it works for me. Now let's have a look at that, and you see it pulling up on a 15, and let's go to a 5-day, which is an hourly chart, and you're starting to get, you know, the different charts. I mean, I notice there's some different movements between the 3 indices. You know, this looks, it had a good run up, consolidated, and then now it's starting to turn over up again. So it looks like Mt. Gox is forecasting today, because they never pulled back and they've been on the up. So here you go again, a turn and then an up. but it turned down a little bit and then turned back up all of a sudden. And very similar, Bitstamp, Bitsy, very similar to each other. Let's have a look. Similar, not quite, but similar. But you see the little nuance and difference. Look at that. And this is all Bitcoin. There we go. So it actually looks like Mt. Gox and Bitstamp actually look like more like each other, but Mt. Gox never really turned over. It has a nice band here, and it's really taking off right here. So it's already hit, 110 already. So there's the price 110, 115, 110, 13. If it continues, okay, and let's just back up to like a 6 or maybe this hour. Okay, so now I'm seeing a little small channel within a, oftentimes you'll get a channel within a larger channel, both going up and then both going down. Of course, you don't know until you can actually start seeing things start to form. Now, I notice right here at that point right there that it's now that's a good sign. That means it's kind of around the same price as right here, but it has to be higher. So not only has to reach that price, it's broken through slightly on that resistance line. It's got to finish above it and a little higher, and then ultimately to get it back on an uptrend, on a true uptrend, it has to hit this price and finish above it, and hopefully it'll slowly, it'll keep continuing to go up. The other cautious side about this is that now you see this downtrend, and I think a lot of people are trying to trade, they're trying to push it through, which is great. The thing about being, I'm not I can't control or push at the exchange for the amount of Bitcoins I have. Well, what I got to do is I got to take advantage of what somebody might do who has enough Bitcoins to push the market, either up or down. And so, here's a cautious, when you see this, be cautious, because that could be, I'm glad it hit up to that point. I'm hoping that it finishes above. Right now I'm not buying or selling. I'm going to be just transacting on orders. But right now I'm actually not making any buys right now or sells. Okay, I'm actually waiting to see, because if this breaks above, there's a few other challenges it has to meet. Okay, once it breaks above this and keeps going, the next obstacle will be to break. It may actually come up very close to 1200 again, and not only does it have to break 1200 or get to 1200, but actually has to also break above 1200. And so we're going to see, that's the next, if it can pass, it may be able to pass this level right here, which is awesome. And then next challenge is passing this level, and the final challenge will be past this level. Then after that, if it does pass that level, you're looking at 2000. All right, you're looking at 2000 as the target price. And then it'll probably do something similar where it'll hit the 2000, pull back, bounce around, maybe even go down a little bit, a lot of profit taking, and then you'll see this all over again, maybe, or maybe it'll just continue just to go up. Like I said, the more and more people out there are using Bitcoin, the acceleration of value will increase exponentially. Okay, and I've mentioned it before on my episodes. Go ahead and watch my episodes again. I know they're long, sometimes they're long-winded. I left a lot of clues. I left a lot of hidden messages. I left a lot of things for people who really want to know how Bitcoin works, what Bitcoin is, and how it works. In some episodes, I just straight out said it. But sometimes when you tell somebody something, they don't really hear it anyway. You only find the answers when you look for them. When you're not looking for an answer, it could be right in front of your face, and you would never know. So, anyways, that's kind of like my analysis here. Like I said, if have a little bit of money and a little bit of coins in real life, in your exchanges, and any wallets don't have real money, so you just have to hold on to that Bitcoin. But if you have any other kind of wallet or slash exchange, whether it's Coinbase, I think I did mention Coinbase briefly. If I didn't, I'll go over Coinbase as well. I do have an account at Coinbase. It's probably the only American exchange. They're not really an exchange, but it's the only American coin um, depository, I guess. I don't know what to say. Coin bank. But anyways, uh, if you ever need to really, really cash out in U.S. dollars, they will do it. I don't know what their limits are. You have to go through many, many verification process and use the current banking system in order to do that. Um, and if you ever need to cash out, you can. The prices are usually lower than any of the indices, um, but not higher. They're not the highest either. So they're kind of in between, above Bitstamp and Bitsy price, and then slightly or could be dramatically below Bitsy and Bitstamp price, somewhere around there. Um, but if you need to cash out quick for whatever reason, and you're in America and you have a bank account, you can move your coins around. Um, and I've done that, and it's not a big deal. It takes 2 days to have that deposit into your account, bank account. And I've done small amount just to test it out, and they come through. They come through on this stuff. I don't know what they'll do for a large amount, but you know, I guess they'll report it probably. Um, if anybody out there is trying to launder money or anything like that. So anyway, I'll do another episode on that in more detail. So um, that's my chart analysis here for now. Is that this? I'm glad it's moving up, but the danger is that, okay, it's hit this resistance. It may have gone up a little bit, but then it pulls back. It has to go up. It has to meet this price level and also finish above this resistance line. So it has to finish above it and kind of dance around a little bit. And if it does, that might be another opportunity, Brian. There's also a type of strategy trading called breakout trading, and what that is basically just like how this is a downtrend, or this will be the reason. A breakout is it's following a channel. Okay, it's following a channel, and then when it goes up at the top of the channel or the bottom of the channel, and it starts breaking out of this channel. So let's say, for example, this is a downtrending channel. Let's talk about the most recent. And then what happens is as it trades and it gets hot, and the momentum is on the upside, it looks like it might hit that top resistance line and then fall back down. But because of the momentum, and there might be people who are trading that know that people are expecting to sell at this point. And so one of the things a lot of traders will do they'll try to push the price above to carry a momentum above the downtrending top resistance line to break out of that channel. Same thing for going down, typically on an up channel, and you'll see a channel. You'll see that if you put a line here and here, you'll see a line going through, and then as it hits the down channel, the lower support of a up channel, it'll break through out of that channel and then go the other way. So there's a style called breakout trading. Now, that's usually what you'll see is when people are trying to make a buy order above the current price. And like I said, I've tried to put a buy order like right here. Like if the price was bouncing around here, I want to put a buy order like right above this uh, resistance line. And but you can't really do that until the price actually moves closer to this range. And so if the price was down here, my buy order would have to be, I have to wait for the price to move closer above here and then put a buy order in here to make a limit order. Otherwise, I'd have to wait um, for the price to actually go up, and I'll make a market order. So, anyways, typically in other exchanges like stocks, forex, and everything, you can put a buy order anywhere below or above the current price. Um, I'll try again, but I tried to put a limit order above this price, and it just didn't go through. Maybe I'm doing something wrong, but um, anyways, if anybody's into breakout trading, uh, buying at this around this here right here is a good opportunity. Like for example, this was a small little. This is an example of a breakout trade. Like it hit here, it bounced, it popped back up, and then what someone might do is they might know that this is a breakout and it's starting to consolidate. So they'll put a they might put a buy order like they might have put a buy order like right here. And anytime where so it hit the limit, it may have hit right here, but really the if you put a limit order like anywhere around, a good time is usually right above where it's been hitting the resistance line. And so you could put a limit order here, wait for this thing to move up, have it hit, and then bounce. That's an example. Of course, this has already happened, so it's already easy for me to explain. But often that's what a lot of other traders do. They see a breakout, they start doing breakout trades. So this broke through the top resistance line, and you might put another buy order. Um, I'm already at the 50-minute, but you might put a buy order like somewhere right around here at 1,000, and you'll just let this thing move up and down, up and down, up and down, and then it's already hit a 10-15 as high here. So um, and then let it drop one more time, and then it'll probably boom take off. So that's very very typical of trading as well. So there's another example, breakout trading. There's many, many, many ways, many, many styles of how a person trades, and I've showed you a lot of ways to get some buy or sell signals. There's people who just wait for a breakout and they just buy right around where the breakout occurred, and they'll just wait. They'll just take a chance because they're into momentum investing, where the momentum is carrying a trade on an upside or a downside, and it's not bad. It's not bad. A lot of people have made successful trades with it. Also, a lot of people have not made successful trades with it. So, but in certain situations where you feel the momentum of the uptrend occurring, that's breaking out of a channel, it's a really good way to make a lot of money really quick, because when it breaks, um, I'll show you. I mean, you're probably like saying to yourself, like, what the, what are you talking about? When does it ever? Well, here, let me move back to one that you can just see without the lines, okay? So some people would say, well, what are you talking about, breakout? Well, see, if you took some lines and you made a channel right here, it's a small channel, but at some point it broke out of that channel. So this would have been a great example of a breakout. That's one hell of a breakout too. Wow. So if you made a channel now and you see what I was talking about, the breakout was probably, if you drew a line here, the breakout was probably right about here, and it broke out, bounced back to the top resistance line, and just continued on up, continued on up. So this is a breakout of monumental proportion here. So that's an example. Uh, but you see other breakouts too, like you see the channel forming here. Now this is a breakdown, and then of course we all experience the break up here. Now we're just kind of seeing, we may be seeing something. I don't know. So when you got no lines here, nothing, I mean it's a different perspective, isn't it? It's quite a different perspective. Uh, you don't know what might happen to it. But right now, from here to here, looks like an uptrend. So, anyways, let me see here. So this pretty much concludes this episode here. You know, you see my videos. You know, you can't always be right, but at the same time, you know, when you're long Bitcoin, you know, anything that happens in price movement, you'll welcome the price movement, because if you understand what I'm trying to do, and you've seen my episodes, you'll see why I'm so bullish on Bitcoin, because it's a form of credit, whereas money is a form of debt. So in the long run, it's just gonna go up as long as in proportion to how much money is in supply. Okay. As long as they keep printing, the price will just keep on going up. So, but during the meantime, as it's trending up and down, what I'm looking for is, I'm looking for dips to buy, and I'm looking for, you know, strategic places to buy. And so having lines, resistance, price levels, moving averages, following the channels, also understanding what a breakout is. All these things, they're all come into play. So hopefully this helps you as a trader. Hopefully you're having a better understanding of, it's gone up 1017. So it's definitely, I hope it finishes. It's gone up above and above this price here as well. Or no, it's actually the same, almost the same. It's got to break up a little bit higher, which it might. So it's already reached that price right here, and that's becoming a form of resistance. But it looks like it's breaking above it, so that's awesome. So that means the next price resistance will be 1100, somewhere around there. So if it continues, I mean, if it can break the 1100, well, anyways, I already mentioned it. So I guess stay tuned for the next episode, and until then, happy trading. Bye.